Hi girls, this is Willa. I am so excited to see you again this week to continue our investigation together. How did your game go last week? Were you able to determine what changed in the room? I hope you got the chance to play it outdoors as well. It is certainly more difficult as there are changes that happen in nature due to other influences, such as the wind blowing or when the sun starts to go down and different shadows are cast. Today we are going to learn about a kind of detective science where we figure out a clue using only someone's handwriting. A detective may use this if she finds a note that the suspect dropped, or a secret message. Are you ready to get started on today's adventure? Alrighty then, let's go.
Hey juniors, welcome back to the 4th week of our Investigation Awaits series. Thanks to everyone who joined Willa and me last week when we explored change blindness. My name is Kayla Roloffs and I am with Girl Scouts of Minnesota and Wisconsin Lakes and Pines. Before we begin today's activity, let's get started with the Girl Scout Promise and Law. Is everybody ready? On my honor, I will try to serve God and my country, to help people at all times, and to live by the Girl Scout law. I will do my best to be honest and fair, friendly and helpful, considerate and caring, courageous and strong, responsible for what I say and do, and to respect myself and others, respect authority, use resources wisely, make the world a better place, and be a sister to every Girl Scout. For today's activity, we are going to learn about the art of handwriting analysis. This activity only takes a piece of paper and a pencil or a pen. So let's grab our supplies and we'll get started. Handwriting analysis is looking for tiny differences between the writing sample where the writer is known and a writing sample where the writer is unknown. Handwriting is pretty unique to each person. Everyone has their own style. Handwriting analysis look for forgeries or alterations in a document by finding the differences in the handwriting.
Any characteristic of people can give you clues, including their handwriting. Graphology is the study of handwriting and its connection to behavior, personal information, and other human traits. Many graphologists claim to be able to deduce personal information from the handwriting of strangers, including such things as determining where a person is from. Document examiners investigate handwriting to find out if documents are forged and determining the authenticity of a written document.
There are 3 big differences that analysts look for: letter form, line form, and formatting. Letter form includes things like the curves, the slants, and the proportional size of your letters. It's the way that your letters look. Then there's line form. This includes how smooth and dark the words are, which tells us how much pressure the writer is using and how fast they were writing it. Finally, there's formatting. This is the space between the words and their placement on the page.
It is believed that in order for us to write differently, we must make concerted effort to change our handwriting. Let's give it a try. I want you to simply write your name on your piece of paper as you would normally. Now write your name again, but this time write it with your opposite hand. How are they different? With the second example, we decided to change how we wrote our name. While the message is the same, this change obviously impacts how the writing looks. It is also believed that writing under different circumstances, such as writing something quickly versus being able to take your time, impacts the letters, as well as the spacing and formatting of your sentence. Although graphology is widely used in many ways around the world, it is not considered a true science, as there are many variables, such as a person's emotions and environment that impact the results.
Today, we're going to take a close look at our handwriting. Let's start by writing down the Girl Scout promise. Try to write it how you would normally write your notes for, let's say, class. Don't give it too much thought. Now, let's take a look at our handwriting. What do you notice about your letters? Do they mostly stand up straight, or is there a slant to them? Is your handwriting pretty even, or do some letters come out bigger than others? How dark are they? Do you press hard with the pencil, or do you write lightly?
Let us practice the art of examining handwriting and see if we can match up examples of someone's handwriting. Here are some samples. Let's take a few moments to use our observation skills and see if we can match the handwriting samples. Have you made your guesses? Alright, here are the answers. How did you do? Were you able to decipher the different handwriting based on the samples?
Graphologists say that you can learn a lot about a person by their handwriting. Keep in mind that these traits are just for fun and are not actually used when solving crimes. For example, a high pressure means that you might have high emotional energy. Average pressure means that you might be a calm person, and light pressure could mean that you are an introvert. Or a right slant shows that you are eager to write or you're writing really quickly. A left slant could mean that there's kind of an unwillingness to write or you're less cooperative. No slant, or your letter standing just straight up, might mean that you're good at keeping your emotions in check. Once you take a close look at yours, try this activity with someone else in your house. See what you can learn about them through their handwriting.
Over the next week, try playing a game like this with your family. You can pass around a piece of paper and have everyone write the same word. Then have each person write their name on a piece of paper and place it in front of them. Go around the table and take turns trying to decide whose writing belongs to whom.
Our takeaway activity for this week is going to look a little bit different. As Girl Scouts, we like to give back to our community when we can, so we are going to start working on our Take Action project. Usually we brainstorm together to come up with our own project, but we're going to do things a little bit differently this time. A great way to give back to our community during this COVID-19 pandemic is by writing letters to people in nursing homes, senior residences, and assisted living facilities, including the staff and the caregivers. Girl Scouts USA has started a letter writing service project to help send your good thoughts to those members of your community. Here's how it works. Your girl and anyone else who wants to participate can draw a picture and write a letter using the tips provided. Look up your local assisted living centers and find out how they would like their letters delivered. You can collect and deliver them all as one big group, just making sure that you're still following your local social distancing guidelines. Or you could have the girls mail them individually, or you could even deliver them via email. For the adults, take a picture of your letters and post it to your social media using the hashtag #GirlScoutsGiveBack and tag @GirlScouts. Many people are feeling isolated during this time when they can't see family or friends, so this is a really great way to share some love during this tough time.
As Girl Scouts, we look for meaningful ways to help our community. This national letter writing project is a great way to join together with Girl Scouts across the country to share your good thoughts with these community members. It's like a long-distance hug.
As we wrap up this week's session, Will and I hope that you learned something new about yourself or someone else in your house through your handwriting. We can't wait to see you next week when we get to celebrate everything that we learned over the last few weeks with a really fun game.
Cheerio, girls. We'll see you again next week.